Good morning, everyone. So excited to be here. My name is Shina. I'm actually the CEO and founder at Lenda. Prior to starting Lenda, I worked with Stanbic IBTC, where I led the automation of the direct debit, and today the mutual funds stands at over 200 billion US dollars. My story is not different from millions and thousands of young youths scattered across Africa, where my mom had to survive on a petty trade to be able to support me. Now, this is 30 years ago. 30 years after, we're still talking about small businesses not having access to credit. According to IFC, in Nigeria alone, this is a 29 billion US dollar market. Across emerging markets, this is a $5 trillion opportunity market. Today, we've been able to build a technology with our experience working across the finance space that allows these MSMEs to be able to get credit within 6 hours. We built our technology allowing even financial institutions to be able to partner with us, and we can underwrite them and give them credit in form of inventory finance and also finance their invoices. So far, unlike others, we have been able to apply a competitive rate and focus on performing sectors of the economy, charging a 5% monthly interest, and today we've facilitated over $2.4 million and generated over 120,000 US dollars in revenue. We've made over 1,500 disbursements, and we have in aggregate, through partnership without any marketing, over 240,000 MSMEs lined up in our pipelines to support. This is the super team that makes it happen. Myself, working with Stanbic IBTC, my other colleague, Shina Arogundade, who is the CEO, has actually worked with United Bank Group and written credit policies across 20 African countries, meaning that we understand what it means for us to be able to then castigate this down and democratize access to credit. Tosin, who is our CTO, has worked in various private and public sector development agencies using technology to improve the lives of people. But we know to go far, we must attract the right people to support us. So we have a board of advisors, and also some of them double as investors, who from day one have supported this vision. Notably, we have Mr. Ayise Zunabo, who is the Chief Investment Officer for Shell Pension Custodian. He was our first angel investor, and he used his network to attract the needed debt pipeline that we use to achieve our first milestones. We also have Mr. Tommy Davis, who is representing ARM on our board, and so far, he has also been contributory to our strategy and growth. Today, we are actually trying to close a $1 million round. 30% of this is already subscribed, and we have some amazing investors, inclusive of Sovereign Capital, Expert Dojo, and others who are already on board, and we're asking you to join us. Now, the beauty of this is we're at a point in Africa where a lot of people across the world are still struggling to recover from the pandemic. And if we look all around us, Africa has been hit. We have a choice. We can choose to keep quiet. We can choose to do nothing. Or we can choose to actually channel resources and underwrite these MSMEs in an alternative way to give them credit to be able to grow and avoid missed opportunities. If we decide to do the opposite, which is actually supporting them, we will be able to replicate a case model of the people you can see here, the likes of WET, who in 2022 has been able to finance steadily over 10 invoices per month from the likes of Dangote, Onshore, Seplat, and several others. You will be able to also work and support Gaina, who currently supports over 23,000 farmers. You'll be able to support the likes of Mike, who has been able to grow his plant outlet to 2, and you'll also be able to support the likes of Obina, who in 2022 has been able to grow his outlet to 3. Imagine the jobs we can create for our society. Let's do it together. Thank you.
Impressive, and quite some good time management right there, and I hope we continue that pace. Good stuff, sir. Judges, do you have questions?
Yeah, I do. Thanks a lot for your presentation. So my question is around the space you're playing in. There's obviously a lot of lending companies coming to target SMEs, especially within Nigeria because of the market size and the opportunity. So for me, the question is on the consumer side, like what does a customer want, right? So is it affordable credit? Is it, instant credit? Because you said that they get approval within 6 hours. There's some players I've heard and seen that are giving approval within, whether it's an hour or 3 hours. So if you have a competitor who's able to extend the credit in a shorter amount of time compared to yours, the same amount of interest rate, how do you compete? So what matters most to the customer?
Okay, so two things actually is very important to the customers today: timeliness, and also, the rate at which they are actually getting this. And we've been able to manage these two. First is our ability to be able to underwrite them and disburse to them within 6 hours, which in the next few months we would actually be doing within less than an hour. Even at 6 hours, we are 4 times faster than what the other alternatives has to offer today. But just to stress again on the rates, 5% monthly is very competitive when you look at the industry average of some sharks who want to take advantage of them, charging as high as 20 to 30%. And the background of how we were able to come about 5% was actually from me supporting these MSMEs with access to market before actually coming to start Trade Lenda. So we found out that most of them, actually have opportunity where they can make some markup, of up to 10%, and charging 5% was actually fair for them and competitive for them to be able to do their invoices and move forward.
Thanks so much. Hi, Shina. Thanks for the very good pitch. Loved it. I have a question on your fundraising round. So part of the million should go into operations and part of it into funding the lending to the SMEs, if I got it correctly. Are you looking for a special instrument, debt, equity, or how would you like to structure that?
Yeah, so this 1 million is actually equity. And what this would do for us, it would give us, access to, close to about $5 million in terms of debt pipelines to be able to disburse to these MSMEs. Today, we have a U.S. investor who just committed yesterday to do both equity and debt.
Congrats.
Thank you. But we're definitely also working with DFIs. We're looking to work with DFIs, agencies, so that our cost of capital can be relatively lower and we can actually support more businesses. Today, even the farmer, we are supporting them, in partnership with USAID to be able to support farmers, thousands of farmers in the northern region of Nigeria to be able to get input in form of fertilizer and several others.
Thank you, Shina. Nice presentation, by the way. Considering the profile of MSMEs, what's the default rate with the current pipeline you have, and how do you deal with defaulters?
So today we focus on micro and small businesses, but we've seen higher requests from more medium scale. So on an average, we disburse $2,000 or they have the ability to be able to access inventory finance up to $2,000. For those that have invoices, it's way higher. We do even close to about $20,000 for invoices, but we try to reduce that because that limits the cash we can give to more small businesses.
Any other question?
Well, with your support, we can do more.
Okay, Shina, I don't get money. Waiting you want to look for money again. Anyway, continue.
Shina, thanks for that.
Thank you.
I don't really have any questions. That was the main question I kind of had.
Thank you.
More just if you could describe how your team is kind of structured. It's pretty clear you know what you need to do, but how have you kind of structured the team for after you take the capital?
Okay, so because of the strategic move that we're making, we're going to be bringing a former deputy manager from Access Bank to join our team. We know we need more, key hires. So within the next 2 months, because she needs to attend her resignation and have a waiting period, She will be joining us. We're also bringing someone within the fast consumer moving product to also join us. She has worked with a couple of fast consumer products. So we're attracting those people to join the team so that we can do more.
You're recruiting them, okay. You're recruiting them.
Yes, we're recruiting.
Okay, thank you, yeah. Thank you. That's
How much equity are you staking for the 1 million?
Come again?
How much equity are you staking?
We're doing that 7 million, post-money save.
Great. Okay, let's appreciate him. Thank you so much. All the best.